We responded to an anonymous call at 660 Rio Grande Street about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. The anonymous caller reported that they had seen some young men, Hispanics, around this area, and they were acting suspiciously. When the officers arrived there, they didn't find anyone there but the vehicle. They attempted to make contact with some residents in a nearby house, and they found nothing there either, as far as a human person. Our process is that we were going to recover this vehicle or remove it from there by utilizing a record service from the city. And our procedure is that we conduct an inventory of the interior of the vehicle before we initiate that process. And in doing so, if you walk with me, and in doing so, the vehicle was closed but was not locked. When they opened the vehicle to take an inventory of the interior of the vehicle, they noticed that this rear portion of the vehicle was disassembled. If you can see right now, we haven't touched anything. And the ceiling was as it is right now. And as they looked and moved the ceiling a little bit, a barrel of a firearm started rolling off this area. The barrel had a blue ribbon tied to it. Once the officers took a closer look into the farthest point that they could see, they saw several other pieces of disassembled firearms wedged between the ceiling and the roof of the vehicle. Then they took a closer look into these other areas that had been disassembled, and it indicated that they were disassembling this vehicle or the interior to hide things. They went and looked at the back portion of the carriage, and they also noticed that they had disassembled this portion here. So this was a clear indication that this vehicle was being stripped from the interior to hide things. The officers went to a nearby residence at the rear where this vehicle was parked. When they approached the kitchen area, the kitchen door was open, the wooden door, but there was a screen door, and it offered the opportunity for the officers to see into the interior of the kitchen. On the kitchen table, the officers saw several pieces of disassembled firearms. The firing mechanism and a barrel also had a similar type of ribbon wrapped to those pieces that were there on the table. At that moment, the officers quickly called a justice of the peace, relayed the information to be able to secure a search warrant of the interior of this vehicle and also the interior of the home, a little bit more thorough. Once we received that search warrant and entering the residence, we were able to find several pieces of firearms that once assembled, it produced 13 fully equipped AR-15 similar type weapons, brand new. Their serial numbers to some of those firearms had been obliterated, and inside the vehicle we found other pieces in here that had not been found before. No one was at home. This morning we made contact with the owners and we have them identified. So we're following up on several leads as far as the owners of this vehicle, how it got there, and other things. And we have some pretty good positive indicators to lead us that hopefully in the future we'll be making some arrests. But this all comes down to two things mainly. Us responding to calls that come in from our citizens and our citizens calling us. And then thirdly, you guys being here, the media being here with us every day, and you channeling and relaying that information to the public to call and report suspicious activity and suspicious circumstances. This is a joint effort by members of our community in keeping our community a safe community and an outstanding community. And I want to thank the citizens of this community for taking that role.